Hi guys, it's Maya and welcome to another vlog. I am actually coming to you from the future to kind of start this vlog off and tell you what's gonna be in it. So first of all, I have some footage from my traveling to Paris, so that's where we're gonna go in this vlog. We're gonna go to Paris and then we're gonna talk about some books. Yeah, so the timeline of this vlog is like kind of long and I have some old footage and some newer footage in it, but nevertheless, I still hope you really enjoy it. And basically, that's all I wanted to say here. Welcome to the vlog. And I'll see you at the end of this video. I don't know how I'll survive this class. I have a class. I have Chinese in 10 minutes. And I'm logging in online because thank God I can do that, because I would not survive it if I had to go there. It's 8 a.m. by the way. If I had to go there at 8 a.m. for class, I would not survive that. So yeah, in terms of my reading updates, I've read 2 books since I last talked to you, and I'm currently reading one more. So what I have read is The Puppy War by Kuang. I finished The Puppy War. I'm a tad disappointed. I mean, maybe it wasn't the right time for this book, although it felt like a perfect time for this book. I just didn't enjoy it as much as I thought I would, and I'm a little disappointed. However, I still liked it, and I'm still gonna continue on with the series, but I just thought that I'm gonna read it back to back every single book, but I obviously didn't because I read 2 more books after that, but that are not popular. But I'm just a tad upset because I really wanted to like this book, and I really wanted to be very attached to this book, and maybe it will still happen. Maybe I will still. I'm sorry, my nose is so freaking clogged. I'm talking like a crazy person here, but maybe it will still happen, and maybe I will get attached in the second book. But for now, maybe just some time needs to pass so that I can get a little bit of a melancholic perspective, but you get my point. I think I gave it 4.5 stars. 4 stars. It wasn't a 5-star read for me, which is why I'm a tad upset, but it's okay. We'll get it next time. The next book that I read was The Cursed Bunny by Bora, and it was so good. I think I gave it also like 4 stars. I think that's something like that. Yeah, it wasn't a 5-star read for me as well, because some of the okay, back to the beginning. Maybe we should start from what it is. It is a collection of short stories by a Korean author, and they are kind of grotesque, kind of horror-esque, kind of science fiction vibes, kind of a little bit, I would call it fantasy, but I know it's not called that. But yeah, it's very, like, I don't want to say brutal, but it is brutal. It is a little rough. It's like gross. It's some of those are very gross, but and dark, and it was amazing. It was so good. I read it translated, and obviously because I didn't read it in Korean, and like the translation was good as well, and it was just so good, and I really enjoyed it. And I also met the author before I read the book, actually, but still. And she's like, if you put her and her book together, you would never assume that she is the one that wrote this book, because she was so sweet and innocent, and I just loved her, and I love this book as well, so highly recommend. And then what I'm reading now, because I'm a masochist. Listen, I'm a masochist because I don't want to say I've been struggling with a reading slump lately, but I just haven't been like fully invested in a book in such a long time. I think the last time I did that was with Darker Shades of Magic, because I love that book. I changed my rating of that book from 4.5 to 5 stars, because like even as time passed, I actually loved that book so much. I love V. Schwab. Oh my god, I just remembered. I have her signature in Aridaru. Anyway, yeah, what I'm because I've been struggling, not with a reading slump, but like I haven't been like fully invested in reading lately, or just it's hard for me to actually get into a book and be like connected to it. So that's why I feel like I'm in a reading slump, because when I read a book, I just kind of don't want to read, but when I'm not reading, I kind of want to read, but then I still don't read, you know what I mean? Maybe it's my problem, and maybe it's the books that I read, but nonetheless, I'm a masochist, because when you struggle with something like that, you usually pick up like lighter books that are quite short, that you don't get like discouraged to read them. No, I myself decided that it would be a perfect time to pick up this chunky bit, this chunky piece of literature. Like, this is, I kid you not, like over 800 pages, and I'm like, why not? What could possibly go wrong? So far nothing is going wrong, because I'm loving this book so much, and I actually am enjoying reading it. And I have 4 minutes. I am on page 123, which you cannot see. I am enjoying it. It's called, by the way, The Priory of the Orange Tree by Samantha Shannon. I don't think I've ever read anything by Samantha Shannon. I think I started reading, what's it called? The Bone Season. I think I started reading the book. Do I have the? I should have the Bone Season. I had Bone Season. We'll worry about that later. The point is, I haven't read anything by Samantha Shannon before, and I'm reading this, and I am loving it. I am loving her writing. I am loving how much she put into this book. And okay, so if you don't know The Priory of the Orange Tree, it's a I want to say it's a high fantasy, but I think it's a high fantasy novel set in obviously a magical land. It has dragons. It follows a wild range of characters. There are very well built politics. The world has a very rich history, and it's all laid out to us in such a manner that it just feels a lot like a story is being told to us. That's how I feel. But also, you can very much be transported from your current world to this book, to this world, because the way Samantha Shannon writes here is something extraordinary. It's kind of stylized to be like I don't want to say a medieval, but I'm not exactly sure if it's medieval, but it feels medieval times. So there are knights and those kind of things, and the thing is, people spoke differently. The English was different in medieval times, and you can actually feel the different language and dialogues when the characters speak. It's not like very hard to read, but at first it kind of takes a little getting used to, but it's not an issue at all in terms of whether you're gonna be able to read this book. But it is so good, and it's just, there's like a certain, you can, the way Samantha Shannon writes, for me, it's just, you can visibly see what she's writing about, and you can see the scene, and you can see the characters, and you can picture it all in your head. And sometimes that's just exactly what I need. I just need to be there in that world and be those characters, and I'm loving this book so much. I am loving this book so much, and the characters are so deep as well, and I love it so much. And like, obviously I'm annotating, but I also do dog ears. Don't come at me, but I do dog ears. It's 8. I need to go to class. I'll see you later. It hurries, baby. I just recorded the video for you, so I'm gonna take advantage of this beautiful setup that I have built here. And gonna talk to you about a book that I'm currently reading, and I'm actually about halfway through. Almost halfway through. Not halfway through, but we're gonna pretend that I am halfway through it. First of all, ignore what I said before. Look at my little cute autumnal folly book sleeve that I crocheted myself. Isn't she pretty? Isn't she pretty? Isn't she beautiful? Isn't she great? She is, we all know that. Which is why I'm showing it to you. But nevertheless, the book that I'm currently reading, which I think I talked about already, I don't know. The Priory of the Orange Tree. Yeah, I might have exaggerated a little bit, but I'm almost halfway through. I'm on page 302. Here are my thoughts. I think I talked about this book already, and I don't know what I already said, so if I repeat myself, I'm just gonna cut it out. But thoughts on a book. Thoughts on a book. Thoughts are being thung on a book. First of all, you know what? First of all, I'm gonna tell you what this book is actually about. If I can, for the love of me, stop spinning on this freaking chair. I'm gonna lose my freaking mind. Okay, so this book is a huge fantasy story. A huge fantasy story. A huge fantasy story. It follows a very wide range of characters and a couple of perspectives from different parts of this magical and big world. From one perspective, we have Iod, or I don't know what her name is supposed to be read like, but we have Iod and we have Sabran, and they are in a they are in a kingdom of Innis, and Sabran is the queen of Innis, and Iod is sort of a maid in the castle, and that's how we meet her. And basically there's like prophecy that if the line dies, the ancient enemy is gonna come back. So Iod is kind of there to protect Sabran, but Sabran doesn't know that, basically. Then and that's happening in the west and in the north. We have a little map in the beginning of this book as well, which is something that I really love. It looks like this. It gives us, and there's another part of it as well. So yes, so Ines is right here, and we have Sabran and Ied here. Then we're following another character, Love, who is essentially from Ines, but he traveled to he was sent to Iskalin for punishment, and there's a plague going on, and basically he's there to find Sabran's father. That's his quest at the beginning. They were once this demonic dragons called worms in this world, and they are essentially the enemy that Sabran is fighting, and Iskalin, which is where Love traveled, kind of betrayed Ines and Vertidam and swore allegiance to the Nameless One, which is basically like the dragon, the worm of worms, the most evil worm there is, that they all feel is gonna come back and kill them all. But then on the other side we have Saiki, which is a country, essentially a land of the dragon riders. We have dragons, so we have worms, which are the bad ones. They are evil, they are fire breathers, and then we have basically dragons. If you can see the change of lighting, it's because I actually got a valid light and now you can actually see me, which is a slay. But yes, oh my god, finally, look at this. Look at this. Look at how bright this is. Oh my god. Oh my god, I love this so much. Okay, finally we got a light. Great that I just recorded a whole video of with the stupid light, and now I got this one. It's okay though. It's okay. We're okay. We're okay. We're good. It's good. It's all good. It's all good. We're good. Yeah. I lost my train of thought. Worms and dragons. We have worms and we have dragons. So, like I said, we have Saiki, which is the land of the dragon riders. They ride dragons, and we follow Tane, which is at the beginning of the story. We meet her as a student and as a person that wants to become a dragon rider, and she faces these trials essentially to become one. And she's a badass. She's a badass. She is a hard worker. I love Tana so much. But then, this is not a spoiler because it happens right at the beginning of the book, but Tana kind of, there's an island there called, I think, like Orisma or something like that, and there are no like outcomers, no foreign people allowed there, and Tana kind of smuggled one. I'm not exactly sure why, but she did. And she did it as a secret, and she essentially gave the boy to her other friend, and then she knew what to do with him and where to hide it, and she went to the learned Dr. Nicolas Ruse, which is essentially from Ennis, but he has been, actually no, he's from Metadon, but he was in Ennis at court, but Sabran kind of got fed up with him, and he's an alchemist, but Sabran kind of got fed up with him and he was sent to Orisma. He's an alchemist, he's a drunk, he's a whole personality, he's kind of older, he has such an interesting personality, and he's just a very vivid character, and I can sense that he's not exactly one of the good ones, but nevertheless he's just still, I think it's kind of a gray character, but he's still so fun to follow, and he's just fun to read about. The book is about just those characters, and there's the Nameless One who is set to awaken soon, and people are like, what are we gonna do? Is there gonna be another war? Are we all gonna die? And we follow all those characters, and there are like different, and I think there are also like kind of secret societies, which is, you know, priory. So that's all what I'm gonna say, because I don't know much myself either, but there are legends, and this book is just very so mystical and fairy tale-esque and beautifully written. Samantha Shannon is the goddess of fantasy writing. She the way she puts words on page, my god, and you can obviously see it, that she knows what she's doing. She knows what she's doing, and I'm very, very in awe. And I think she's coming here to my hometown in December, so I might just go there and be like, Miss Samantha Shannon, Miss, please sign my book so that I can cry about it. I'm not at all scared by the huge size of this book, because it's just so great and so huge. The story is so huge. I love high fantasy, because this is a high fantasy story. I love high fantasy. I love big books because you can actually like engage in a story, and you can actually get to know those characters and those people and get connected to them in a story like this. Because I have read 300 pages and I love them. Things have happened, like dramatic things, and I would not expect like that kind of things in this book. I thought it was gonna be like sunshine and rainbows, but it's not. So I'm like, what's gonna happen next? And Samantha Shannon, she's like, I don't care about your feelings. I don't care. And I love that. I love that she doesn't care. I'm gonna talk to you later. I'm gonna go read. I'm gonna do some other work things, and I'm gonna edit some videos, and I'm gonna write. I'm gonna enjoy the snow, because as you could see, it has snowed. Snow is here. First snow in the season. I'm very happy about that. So yeah, I'm just gonna show you like the other light that I have here, because I'm very excited about this light. Like, look at this. I could go like brighter, but then I could go also like very like cold kind of vibe, you know what I mean? But then cold like this, and then even brighter. We could go like this. This is insane. How did I not know this before? I'm so sad, but I still, my warm light has to be here. So yeah, I'll talk to you soon. Bye. I have officially come to wrap up this vlog. If you do recognize the setup, it's because I actually filmed the intro just a second ago, but yeah, I officially came to wrap up this vlog and to talk to you about the book that I actually managed to finish, and I actually managed to get obsessed with. And obviously, wait, I'm gonna pull my jewelry out so that it's more fun. Wait, and that book is none other than The Priory of the Orange Tree. If you can see, I have so many pages dog-eared here because I dog-ear my pages. I tried using tabs, as you can tell, but obviously that didn't work out well. But nevertheless, I finished this book and I loved it so much. I think I rated it for I don't know what I rated it, but I loved it so much. Like, the more I think about it, the more I actually am attached to it. And I remember that, because I finished it like a couple of days ago. I remember when I was like actually finishing it, and I was like, I could see the pages, the end just creeping closer. I just didn't want to finish it so badly because I know that Samantha Shannon, who actually came here today, and I forgot about that, which means I didn't go get my books. I didn't go to get my book signed, but it's okay. We'll catch her next time. It's gonna be fun. I remember I really didn't want to finish this book because I think I'm aware that this is like the last, at least for now, that we will get of these characters, and there is a prequel to it. I think it's called The Day of Fallen Night or something like that, but it takes place, like I said, it's a prequel. It takes place long before the events of this book, and we're not gonna get those characters, and I grew to love them so much. And I don't, books like this one, I am tearing up just talking about it, but books like this one, they remind me of how much I actually enjoy long stories, and I really enjoy like thick books, because you can just see, it's like a series but in one, you know what I mean? You can actually see how much, if it's executed well, which in this case it was executed perfectly, the characters change, and you can see that the person who we start the book with and the person who we end the book with is a completely different person that went through a lot of things, and you can see the character arc. And I'm just and there are actually so many open things in this book that sort of like, they're not like, you know, the story is finished, like there's nothing more, but like there are like pieces and bits here and there that Samantha Shannon just kind of throws, you know, out there for us to acknowledge that there is more to this world, and there are more stories just waiting to be told that are set in this world, not exactly regarding those characters, but just main characters, but like some other tales from this world. And I would love for Samantha Shannon to write, to just tell me them, you know. I would love that eternally. I would be eternally grateful if Samantha Shannon did that, but I don't know if she ever will. But oh please, I love this story so much. So yeah, I finished that one, and that officially wraps up this entire vlog, which was a little bit chaotic, a little bit hectic, but it was fun, and I love this book so much. And if you like dragons, if you like fantasy, and if you like soft romances and sapphic romances and just huge tales, there's a lot of action in this book, but for me, the characters were just the main focus of it. So if you like character-driven stories, read The Priory of the Orange Tree, please. So yeah, that's all I have for you today. I will see you soon with another one, and I hope you enjoyed. Stay happy, stay healthy, and keep reading. Bye.